Welcome, everyone, to Modoc Field. I'm Josh Eldridge with you for the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. We are live with HD video on mybasin.com. This game also brought to you in part by Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls, by Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club, as well as Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union and Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty. Again, this game this afternoon between the Klamath Union Pelicans coming into this one 0-2, and the MAZAMA Vikings coming into this one with only one game played, and it was a loss to Henley earlier this week. We'll take a look at both of these boys soccer teams as we are kicking off the 2021 season with this live HD video on mybasin.com. Leave it right here.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
It's tax time, and Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund, and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever, and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month, only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com. Today's boys soccer matchup between the Klamath Union Pelicans and the MAZAMA Vikings. Taking a quick look at this Pelicans team. They're coming into this afternoon's game with a pair of losses on the season. They started off the year on March 1st against North Valley. They were over in Grants Pass for that one. Started out with an 8-0 loss to the Knights. Following that up with the game back on Wednesday, that was the 3rd of March, with another 8-0 loss to the Phoenix Pirates. All these games, by the way, taking a look at the rest of their league schedule, are in the Skyline Conference, having a bit of a shortened season due to COVID, obviously. Their next game is going to be against Henley, and that'll be on a Thursday. But before we focus on that, of course, taking a look at these MAZAMA Vikings, who are in these white uniforms you see taking the field right now. The Pels, obviously, in their all reds on the other side of the field. The MAZAMA Vikings, they have only got one game so far on the season, a little bit closer than the Pels have had their contest so far. It was a loss at Henley to the Hornets. They lost that contest 3-2 back on Thursday. And, of course, both of these teams looking for their first win tonight, and it'll be a good opportunity to get it against a team that, well, of course, they're going to see again later on. These two teams next meet on the 29th of this month. Still going to be at Klamath Union right here at Modoc Field. This is the first time this field has seen any action this season. Supposed to have a football game here last night, but, of course, that one ended up moving up to Sutherland, as the game in Sutherland ended with a 41-6 loss for the Klamath Union Pelicans. We might talk a little bit of football later on this afternoon, but first, of course, getting ready to start this soccer game off right. Again, this game is the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. Having the right set of tires on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. You can come in for a free pre-trip safety check, and they're going to help make sure everything is in working order at Les Schwab Tires. Starting things off, Mazama is going to take this one as we start the game this afternoon. Apologize for the camera cutting out there. We'll have that fixed for you real quick. There we go. 40 minutes on the clock in this one, a pair of halves each lasting 40 minutes. The ball comes a little bit closer now and goes out. Klamath Union boys soccer team, we'll get to know them as we move throughout the broadcast this afternoon. The one guy stands out to me, of course, is a big man in the goalkeeper's uniform in the green back there. Try to get a good look at him in a bit. That's Jacob Cook. He's a multi-sport athlete that's known for his activities on the basketball court, and we'll talk about that later as well. Only our second broadcast of the young year, as we've been sort of canceled for the last 11 months, almost 364 days since the season was last canceled. At least that was, since my last broadcast, 364 days. Tomorrow will be a full year. Of course, breaking that streak last night when we ended up playing a little bit of football at Sutherland. If you're interested in that game, by the way, you can get live HD replay of it on mybasin.com. We've got it up, still a 41-6 loss for the Pelicans football team in that one. Kid by the name of Josh Davis for Sutherland, ground and pound all evening long. KU football, they're back in action on Friday against Hidden Valley. But the Pelicans with control of the ball here in this soccer matchup for the first time so far as they're moving it down. Some quick passes. That one will go out into the corner. Still a scoreless ball game, about 3 minutes into it. It comes back in, a bit of a skirmish forward, about midfield. KU taking possession back there on the far side. Seeing it there. Try to take a look at a couple of the players out there for the Pelicans real swift for you. We mentioned Jacob Cook. He is the goalkeeper. Number 10, we've seen him a fair bit for KU. It was number 8, Francisco Corona, is out there for the Pelicans. You're also going to have number 5, Salvador Lopez. Trying to catch a couple of these other names out there. You're going to see number 16, Matt Dupree up there. Number 18, Jared DeGroot. See who else out there? We got a number 11, Johan Murillo. As Murillo is the one who is able to keep that one inbounds. Had it stolen away from him there for a second. Now the Vikings, again, they're in white this afternoon. The Pels in all red. Might I add, a beautiful day for soccer as well. Beautiful blue skies in the Klamath Basin as opposed to some of the other areas of the state. Some rain, some snow last night. But beautiful skies here this afternoon as we've got a great day for soccer. See the train park behind him as well. That'll be a recurring theme every night and afternoon at Modoc Field. The train track running right behind the football field. That one lifted up, kicked out to about midfield. Kept in bounds. That was a great play out there by the midfield mark. See the ball there at the bottom of your screen. And that will go out. Again, we're here up above in the press box at Modoc Field, so I'm going to apologize in advance just a little bit if you end up seeing the wall that we're stuck next to, as that could happen, trying to move it around a little bit for you. 3:48 left remaining in the first half. Still see where the ball is there at the top of your screen. And this KU team has been beat twice so far this season, 8-0 both times. Once to North Valley, once to Phoenix. This is their first matchup this year with a Basin club as they take control. Mentioned 8-0. That means Klamath Union has yet to score a goal so far on the season. Chance to maybe get that done here, but losing possession of it. Mazama now taking it. They're past midfield, moving up. Jacob Cook, the goaltender for KU. There you see him there in the green. Cookie standing about 6'5". Good man in the net for KU there. Again, he's also a prolific basketball player, playing a bit of club sports over the summer. Excited for basketball season as well. And I know I'm talking about quite a few other sports as we're focused on this soccer game here, but on MyBasin.com, spreading the love equally this season for KU. We know that you parents and you fans out there are unable to be seated at Modoc Field and in Pell Court and wherever we might be this season, but MyBasin.com, we will be there for you, providing live HD video for a few games this season. We'll take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule for you, just in case you are curious about it. Of course, today is our boys soccer broadcast. Coming up on the 10th, just a few days away, we're going to have a volleyball game against the Phoenix Pirates, followed up by a volleyball game at Henley. That is the following night before finally football at Hidden Valley on Friday. That's our upcoming broadcast schedule on MyBasin.com. That one will end up going out on the far side, it looked like. They are taking it out of the corner. You can't quite see it on your screen. You'll see the ball come back into play here, I'm sure. Unable to quite get that shot. "31 minutes and counting as the ball does come back into play. A header, it looked like. One of the Klamath Union players down there. I believe that was number 18, Jared DeGroot, knocking that one back out of bounds over the head of Jacob Cook, who is the goaltender for the Pelicans. That one knocked around. Bit of a tough play to make there for Mazama. KU finally able to clear it a little bit. Still having trouble gaining control. And ball ended up knocked in there from Jacob Cook. KU a chance to try to make something happen here. Losing a little bit of control as that one will roll out of bounds. One comes close and will bounce out. They're taking it in right about midfield. It's either up there at the top of your screen, and it will go out. Still MAZAMA. Going to take it back in for him. Rolling around back there, an opportunity for MAZAMA. Shot on goal, diving save from Jacob Cook. Athletic layout for the big man, the goalkeeper there. Laying out, beautiful play. Keep an opportunity for him to reset. He's going to kick it deep out there. Lands just past midfield. Close and will roll out. Notice all the soccer players out there on the field, they are masked up. In the age of COVID, the athletes having to wear masks down there on the field, especially for soccer. Well, it's unable to quite see if that was the case for football. I'm not totally sure of the rules in that case either, with football being a bit of a higher contact sport, although I'm sure if they were supposed to be wearing masks, they definitely were down there last night in Sutherland. Opportunity there. Jacob Cook diving for it. It ends up missing the net completely. And it will roll out of bounds. Jacob Cook is going to take it with 26 and a half minutes left to go in the first half. Some substitutions coming in for Klamath Union. One that I see for sure. I will try to get it for you. I believe that would be number 7, Yuli Hernandez, coming in for the Pels. Mel now on the other side of midfield. Trying to clear it for KU. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week boys soccer matchup between the Klamath Union Pelicans, they're in red, and the MAZAMA Vikings, who are in their white tops and blue shorts this afternoon. Coming to you live from Modoc Field. We appreciate you being with us. This game also brought to you in part by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Picking the right path can make the journey easier. the distance shorter and can assure you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. Still scoreless, 24-20 left to go in the first half. A lot of play right around midfield for both of these teams, although most of it has been into Klamath Union's territory on their side of midfield. They're now dealing in Mazama's end. They're trying to get it out quickly, and they are able to. That one will be kicked and not quite rolling out of bounds. A chance, and Jacob Cook is just going to go ahead and pick it up down there. And ball ended up rolling out of bounds and up onto the hill. Mazama still with it. Still a scoreless ball game. 21 minutes left to go in this first half. Ball ends up going out one more time, I believe. Conversation with the officials down there. I'd like to remind you that this game is also brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty. Little things can add up to big bills when buying, selling, or owning a home. Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty's exclusive Beyond the Sale guarantees protect buyers, sellers, and homeowners alike from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty today. One into the hands of the Mazama goalkeeper there, back out to midfield. believe that might be a penalty of some kind on a Klamath Union player back there. Unable to quite see who that was. Shot into Jacob Cook. He fields that one fairly cleanly. And he's going to take it out. Saw him there at the top of your screen as it rolls out once again. Was an opportunity for KU to score a little bit there. A chance still, and it's finally cleared out of the way. Looking like Klamath Union, either team's best chance to score so far this game came right there at the 17:50 mark in the first half. We'll see if either of these teams will hopefully are able to get some scoring going here. Cook clears it out once again. Curious to see so far how Klamath Union has lost both games so far so convincingly this season. Again, both of their losses coming at a rate of 8-0, but seems to me so far that they've been able to swarm pretty much any offense Mazama is trying to create, except for right here, a bit of a breakaway opportunity. Jacob Cook, you let it get past him, but it ends up just scooting on past the net back there. And as I was saying, I mean, except for that one opportunity for Mazama, right about then, coming at the 16:57 mark in the first half, most of Mazama's offense has been shut down. They've got maybe a couple more shots on goal than Klamath Union does, but Cookie able to keep it up and keep it moving. He's going to kick it out here with the running start and solid boot, bringing it back out to about midfield as it rolls around out there. Out of bounds. Soccer, along with basketball, really some of the two most played sports in the world. Soccer, obviously, a little bit more so than basketball, as Cookie with the slide and stop there. Really, all you need to play soccer, I learned this one at a very young age, you need a ball and you need about 4 sweatshirts, maybe a couple shirts. That's really all you need. You set up a goal that way, and just a lot of fun. I remember playing back my days in about, 10, 11 years old, playing after school or at recess. Soccer was a lot of fun for me back then. Ended up transitioning to baseball myself, but a lot of fun back in the day. I've sort of lost touch with soccer, but even so, soccer, a lot of fun to watch. A lot of fast-paced action, one way or the other. A lot of skirmishes for the ball. Reminds me just about my younger days playing in elementary school. For those of you who love soccer dearly, always fun to watch your kids in your community play the game that you love. An opportunity as well, might as well give a shout real quick to the folks at the Oregon Schools Activities Association. They are looking for officials, and your chance again. If you're a soccer fan or any kind of fan really watching your kid play, maybe you want to get involved into another sport, the OSAA is looking for more high school officials, especially in a COVID-shortened season like this. A lot of officials saying, you know what, we're going to sit this year out. Don't want to mess around too much with the COVID restrictions and all of that stuff. If you want to give back to the sport you love, give back to your community, becoming an OSAA official is one of the best ways that you can do it. Very rewarding work, those schools at the Oregon Schools Activities Association. You can check them out at osaa.org, as that ball will likely roll out of bounds, especially here in the Klamath Basin, I might add. Not a lot of soccer officials either way, not a lot of football or basketball officials to go around either, having to sparsely schedule a lot of these events. So special thanks to the folks who are out here, who are working these games, giving these kids the opportunity to play the game that they love as well on this beautiful Saturday afternoon from Modoc Field. Appreciate you being tuned our way. The Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week, boys soccer matchup between Klamath Union and the Mazama Vikings. We are still scoreless, by the way, with 13-12 left to go into the first half. Ball rolling out of bounds right underneath us here. And apologies, we're in the press box here at Modoc Field. And a little bit tough sometimes to see the deep corners in a soccer game. Apologies for the focus there, hoping to come back in. There we go. As it rolls out in the far corner, 11:46 remaining, left to go in the first half. Appreciate you being with us for some live HD video of boys soccer. Our next boys soccer matchup is quite a ways away, about a month away, when we welcome Hidden Valley to Modoc Field on the 3rd of April. That's our next boys soccer matchup. Of course, we've got some girls soccer to look forward to as well, giving Lady Pels a little bit of love. I believe that one was saved up by KU. Jacob Cook kicking that one up. Take a look again. Our girls soccer begins on the 18th against Phoenix, when the Pirates come on down to Modoc Field, making the trip over the hill later on this month. That'll be our next girls soccer broadcast. Got about four soccer broadcasts total, 2 of each. Got some volleyball mixed in there as well with live HD video on mybasin.com. And then, of course, every Klamath Union football game will be broadcast on mybasin.com as well. Free live HD video. Feel free to share us around, friends, family. I think one of the coolest things you can do is, as we are streaming on our website, mybasin.com, hosted through YouTube. YouTube allowing us to stream on their platform, and cool thing about that is you can get it on your phone, you can get it on your tablet, obviously your computer, but also if you've got a smart TV, you got a YouTube app on that thing if you've got any kind of smart TV, really, and you can watch us on your big screen in your living room, in your bedroom, wherever it is. You can find us on YouTube just at My Basin and get us that way as well. Get us on your big screen with the TV and the YouTube app. I think that's a pretty great way to watch. I seen a couple of people do that last year. A few people do it last night with our football broadcast, as that one goes out of bounds right past the Sky Lakes logo. Sky Lakes Medical Center doing some COVID-19 vaccinations just off the road at Campus Drive. If you want more information on that, you can find it out at mybasin.com. City's your home for everything going on in the Klamath Basin. Of course, news, sports, special events, got things going on in the community, and a whole lot more. mybasin.com. Go check us out. 9:15 remaining, scoreless ball game in the first half. A chance for Mazama here. Their first one so far. Jacob Cook able to play a little bit up there, and a bit of a risky play, but making it work. Staying scoreless as Klamath Union able to clear it out as they pass midfield. And ball ended up rolling out. 8:35 left to go in the first half. So man in white there on the left side. He's going to take it out. There he goes. Kicking it out to about midfield. Cook now taking that one out. Chance for KU now after that missed kick. A bit of a breakaway opportunity and squandered just a little bit there. Not something you like to see for KU. They were gifted an opportunity and unable to make it work. We remain scoreless. 7:14 left to go here in this first half from Modoc Field. And I know I keep repeating myself, but it is worth repeating how beautiful a day it is in the Klamath Basin. And on a Saturday, tomorrow is supposed to be likely the same kind of weather from what I can tell. Chance to maybe get out, enjoy the lake if you can, maybe enjoy some activities at the park. Beautiful day, or you can come out and appreciate the scenery on mybasin.com, watching some boys soccer. KU clearing that one out. That'll go out of bounds just before midfield. See the blue skies? That's the best thing around here, living in the basin. I've been here for about a year and a half. Man, there's nothing like a bright blue basin sky, I can tell you that much. Cookie corralling that one midair. Shot on goal. We'll call it a shot on goal. Apologies for not allowing you to see that one. But still no goal nonetheless. Shot on goal. Misses. Cookie laying out for it, doesn't get a fingertip on it. It will just roll out of bounds. 5.5 left to go in the first half. KU an opportunity, some decent passing, keeping away from the Vikings players. Trying their best right now. They're able to move it around. And ball rolling out of bounds. Good sequence from KU. They tried their best to keep it away from the Vikings, but good defense as well from the boys in blue. Now roll out of bounds. KU hoping to clear it. Couldn't get it done there. Finally able to give the defense just a bit of a breather. Three minutes to go in the first half. Bring it out on the top of your screen. There you go. Taking a shot there on the Klamath Union side. Couldn't quite see who it is. Able to get back up and is okay. I believe that was going to be number 5, Salvador Lopez, taking a shot there. Mazama moving the ball swiftly back downfield the other side. Stopping, resetting. Ball goes out of bounds into the deep corner. Going to have to stay there for a second. Unable to grab that just barely. The corner of the field were blocked up here in the press box. Wishing we could see just a little bit past there, but unable to right now. Ball coming back in a frame there about middle of your screen. Good defense from Mazama there. KU sticking with it, or at least they were. That one will roll out. Under a minute now in the first half, still scoreless. And really, I think it's not necessarily the lack of effort from either offense so far. Both defenses, from the little I know about soccer, have been fairly stout so far this morning, this afternoon. Just after about 12:30 local time here in Klamath Falls. That one will also go out of bounds. Clock still running. 30 seconds to go at halftime. Going to take a look at the game so far. As Cookie comes out of goal, he's going to try to do a little bit of scoring in the few seconds that Klamath Union has left. Going to take a look at the first half numbers and a little bit of what happened in this first half. And of course, take a look around the Klamath Basin and Klamath Union Athletics, what they've got coming up, as well as Oregon Tech. They're just up the road as well. We'll talk about them in just a few minutes. The shot goes through the uprights, but that's not a field goal attempt in soccer, so we'll likely just let the clock run out, as that will bring us to the end of the first half. Still scoreless in the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on mybasin.com. Klamath Union 0, Mazama 0. We're done with 40 minutes, and we'll take a break. Come back with the halftime show coming up. My mom.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. Boys soccer this afternoon on MyBasin.com. The Klamath Union Pelicans and the MAZAMA Vikings, they are scoreless after just one half. I'm Josh Eldridge. Appreciate you for joining us. We're getting ready for the Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union halftime report. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. Appreciate you being with us this afternoon on MyBasin.com. Free HD video. Feel free to share us around with all your friends and family, hoping to catch the second half of a scoreless game so far. For Klamath Union, they're still looking for their first goal on the season. They've played 2 games so far. Were shut out in both of them, 8-0, once to Phoenix and once to North Valley, both earlier this week. It'd be nice to cap off their third game of the week with a win against MAZAMA, who, by the way, themselves are winless. They do have a pair of goals on the season, both coming in a 3-2 loss to Henley, and that was back on Thursday. But both of these teams, they are still looking for their first win of the season. Taking a look at the conference, they're in the Skyline Conference. Always a tough conference for soccer as far as that sport goes. No league records yet for these teams, take a look at them. It'll be Henley, Hidden Valley, North Valley, Phoenix, Klamath Union, and MAZAMA. That is how the order goes. The Skyline Conference. The OSAA not having any records up on their website yet. You can check them out at osaa.org. That's where we get our standings from. But again, both of these teams winless so far. The action doesn't stop here. We got the second half of action ahead, but also looking at our upcoming broadcast schedule. Of course, last year only doing HD video for football and basketball, and while we will be there for those events still, also going to be there for some volleyball, which starts on the 10th. You're also going to have volleyball on the 11th, starting off against Phoenix at home, and then traveling across town to play those Henley Hornets. That's coming up on the following day. After that, on Friday, it's going to be our football game on the road at Hidden Valley. We've got 3 back-to-back broadcasts starting, I believe, that would be on Wednesday and carrying through onto Friday. So we've got volleyball against Phoenix, volleyball at Henley, and then football at Henley. A few days off before we're being back at it on the 16th when we play volleyball against MAZAMA. Then we're back to some soccer. Girls soccer against Phoenix on the 18th. On the 19th, we've got more football. Going to be at home against Phoenix. That'll be the home opener for the Klamath Union Pelicans. That is coming on the 19th. Back to girls soccer against MAZAMA the following day. Again, that's another set of back-to-back broadcasts for us. Go girls soccer, football, then girls soccer. After that, a few days off. The 26th, going to have some football as the Henley Hornets come to town. On the 30th, That's something going on. Volleyball when the Hornets come here. And, of course, football at Mazama. That is the last football game of the season for Klamath Union. Before finally wrapping up our season's broadcast schedule with a soccer game on the 3rd of April against Hidden Valley. That's, of course, when the Mustangs come to town. Hidden Valley, good in soccer a few years ago. Unsure about their program now. Curious to see them at the end of the year. And, of course, with the OSAA, their return to play plan, playing traditional fall sports right now. That is, of course, football, soccer, cross country. They're running right now. And volleyball, too. After that, we're going to have what would traditionally be played in spring, still going to be being played in spring. That's baseball, softball, track and field. I believe swimming is also a spring sport. And then you're going to have winter sports, traditional winter sports played after that. Those are going to start in May and carry on after the school year into June. That's going to be girls and boys basketball, that's wrestling, and I believe a couple others as well that I might be forgetting. And for non-seasonal activities, things like band, choir, speech and debate, those types of things, those are able to schedule year-round at will. That's what the Oregon Schools Activities Association has told us moving forward. So that's what the schedule looks like. All those games will be carried right here for free for you to view on mybasin.com. It's your home for everything going on in the Klamath Basin. News, sports, special events. If you've got a special event for us, let us know. We'll put it on our website at mybasin.com. This one's still scoreless after 40 minutes. We've got another 40-minute period ahead of us. Klamath Union and Mazama boys soccer both looking for their first win of the season, and we will get back with it coming out of the Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union halftime show. You've got it live right here on mybasin.com. We're back with the second half of action next here.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
It's tax time! And Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Getting ready for the second half of action in just a few minutes. Live from Modoc Field, we've got boys soccer. This game still scoreless at halftime. Nothing. We are tied at 0 for Klamath Union and Mazama. The Pels in their all reds, Mazama in their white tops and blue bottoms. Appreciate you being tuned our way on mybasin.com. The Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week brought to you in part by Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. If you'd like to exercise in a professional, clean, and friendly environment, head to Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. They've got state-of-the-art equipment, 4 indoor tennis courts, 3 pickleball courts, certified personal trainers, and tons of group exercise classes. Harbor is the place to be. I gotta say, I haven't been in there personally in quite some time, but Harbor Isles, man, they have great exercise equipment in there. Their pickleball courts are amazing. And personally, I played a little bit of golf up there. I know that they've got the golf course up there, and that is just as nice in the same area. You can get a membership to both, and that is definitely worth your money. Go check them out. Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club, a proud sponsor of MyBasin.com and Klamath Union Athletics. Getting ready for the second half of action. We bring it to you live from Modoc Field. As a bit of a skirmish at midfield to start things. Mazama is going to take it as we start the second half. 40 minutes on the clock. KU coming out a little bit aggressive as they now go from left to right. Mazama is going from right to left across your screen. Ball rolling out of bounds. Mazama, I believe, no, KU is going to take it out. Gotta love this turf field out here at Modoc Field. I believe it's their 4th or 5th season having it out here, and definitely a lifesaver in days like last night where, I wasn't here in the Klamath Basin. I was up in Sutherland, up north of Roseburg. It was raining heavily down there. I'll tell you, the Sutherland Bulldogs, they've got themselves a nice turf field. That was definitely a lifesaver. I was talking to Coach Smith of the football team, Coach Tom Smith up there. And if you're unaware, I'm just going to go on a quick tangent real quickly for you. The football team originally was supposed to host North Valley here last night. Now, the Knights over in the Valley ended up having to cancel on us due to health and safety protocols. However, you got Sutherland. They came in and they were able to play us yesterday. They had originally had thought about playing LeGrand. The Pelicans did. Originally thought about playing LeGrand and having to travel up that way. And I think to yourself, well, that's darn near a 2-day trip going up all the way up there. They would have ended up having to meet in the middle to play at Burns, which is quite a ways east of Bend, up 97 and across east. Now, I've been to Bend one time, and when Coach Tom Smith told me the weather conditions up there, I can definitely see why you didn't want to play up there in Burns. They told me that their actual grass turf, it is not artificial, was frozen over. It was like walking on an ice skating rink up there in Burns. And finally decided, you know what, let's just go west. We'll play Sutherland just north of Roseburg. And that's what they ended up doing last night. Now the Pelicans making that road trip just to lose 41-6 to the Bulldogs. But still, you play a game like that, you know what you have to fix. And hopefully you can do so when you go play the Hidden Valley Mustangs. That is later on next week on Friday. Got a couple other broadcasts in between now and then. Both of them are volleyball. So we'll talk about that coming up a little bit later on. Still focused on this game, though. Scoreless with 36 minutes left to go in the second half. Cookie just going to go ahead and switch soccer balls there. Probably the proactive choice is that other one. Then up on the hill, you can see it on the track up there. So Cookie's going to take this one out himself with the boot. Makes it right to a Mazama player at about the 40-yard line, which was what it would be in a football game. That one going out of bounds as well. Appreciate you folks that are joining us on mybasin.com, leaving comments in the on the YouTube page. Appreciate you for being interactive. You know, some folks like to turn the YouTube comments off, and I've never understood that. I like to see what you guys are thinking in there and have a little bit of fun with it. I know folks like to root for their teams, and that's always fun. And root for your son, your daughter, your cousin, brother, whatever the case is. Always fun to leave the comment section on. So appreciate you folks that are in there right now being a part of this broadcast. We love you dearly at mybasin.com. 34:50 left to go in the second half of action. The Klamath Union Pelicans and the MAZAMA Vikings, they are scoreless through almost 45 minutes, call it 46 minutes of game time, total run time rather. Shot on goal ends up being saved by the MAZAMA goalkeeper. Only a handful of shots on goals for either teams. Cook in the Klamath Union goal has been a little bit more active tonight. This afternoon. MAZAMA, a solid opportunity here. We'll see if they're able to make anything of it. A shot on goal. Cook, he is active, just like I was saying. He's keeping a hold of it and making the stop. Ball ended up rolling out of bounds. Again, if you're just joining us, we are up in the press box at Modoc Field. A little bit of limitation with where our cameras can and can't go, especially for soccer as the field widens up a little bit. Have less of an issue with football, but a little bit of an issue seeing the far corners on either side of us here. So I'll try to my best when it goes over there. I'll try to tell you what's going on, as that's where the ball's rolling over there right now. It's about where we have to stop. You can see our window start to creep in that way as the ball's out to midfield. Gets past a couple KU defenders. That could be a little bit of trouble, but Jacob Cook, he is going to clear it out there himself, as that one will end up just staying in bounds across the way at midfield. MAZAMA's had a fair bit of chances so far, but unable to get anything going. Whistle was blown. Not quite sure what the stoppage is for. Pardon me there. One goes out of bounds. Will stay, I believe, with KU. Appreciate you folks tuning in from MAZAMA. I know that traditionally sticking with KU athletics, but spreading the love all around the basin. So those Viking faithful out there, we appreciate you finding our broadcast and sharing it around with whatever family members you might have, and sharing us around and allowing these kids to get the coverage that they deserve. I know that is a big part of this whole thing, you know, with no fans and family members allowed in the stands. And regardless of however you feel about that one way or the other, I think it is important that we've got this HD video for you. And, of course, it is free for you to view, as you can see right now. Feel free to share us around and spread the word. Like I said, with us streaming, of course, on mybasin.com, if you found us on YouTube, the cool thing is that you can also get us on your tablet, your PC, your phone, whatever it is, and your smart TV. I think that is a really cool feature. You have the YouTube app on your smart TV or your Roku, whatever it is, your Apple TV, your Google Chromecast, whatever you use, your Amazon Fire Stick. You got the YouTube app. You can stream us on your TV, and I think that's pretty cool as well. You can get this HD video for free up on the big screen. Still scoreless, 29-47 left to go in the second half. Chance for KU, no, wow, what a save. That time for the Mazama goalkeeper. Good opportunity for KU to try to break this scoreless tie. They were unable to on that attempt. Opportunity was past Jacob Cook. It will roll out of bounds. Cookie bailed out there. Tried to get in front of that one, unable to. Cook, I've seen him out there just a little bit, and, I got to be honest with you. As far as soccer goalkeeping goes, I'm not an expert on it by any means. However, it does seem like Jacob Cook, the man in green back there, has come out of his goalkeeper's box a little bit and has put himself in some hot water just a few times. Luckily, getting bailed out there, it remains a scoreless tie. Curious to see what he decides to do, if he decides to get more aggressive, more conservative as the game wears on. We are in the second half with 28-20 to go and counting. Good opportunity for KU. Again, goes for naught. Nice play by the Vikings there. Still inbounds on the far side. You can see him at the kind of midway top of your screen up by the scoreboard now. Well, I rather not by the scoreboard. A little bit confusing there for myself. Now they're down midfield. See the ball bouncing around down there. Is now in the KU territory. We spent a lot of time there this afternoon. KU has had trouble getting it on the other side of the field. The defense has had to work hard, and they've done a decent job of working hard today. Jacob Cook, like I said, he's been bailed out a couple times, for being in all honest with ourselves, but able to make it work. Klamath Union defense, they've let a couple things slip past them, but mostly good play coming out from them. Same thing from Mazama. Can say the same thing for the other side. Their defense has been stout, and I think that's another reason why KU has had just a little bit of trouble getting the ball across midfield, though it hasn't hurt them too bad yet. It doesn't matter how much time you spend on one side of the field versus the other. What matters is a score at the end of the game, and right now in a scoreless tie, it could still very, very well go either way, as that one ends up going out of bounds on the near side right by the Sky Lakes Medical Center wording right there on the artificial turf. Ball in the corner now that we can't quite see. Comes back out. Chance for Klamath Union. And just as I say, they haven't spent very much time over here. They're able to get over to this side of the field before having it snatched away from them. The Mazama defense has been disrupting, to say the least, this afternoon. Mazama an opportunity here. That was a nice little move. Mazama, they're given time to set up. KU's defense has played, as far as soccer terminology, again, not the most educated when it comes to soccer. The best way I can describe it is they're not really going after the ball as much as they are just not trying to let Mazama get too close to the goal. However, Mazama is attacking the ball whenever KU's got it into their territory. Different forms of defense, different styles, both of them clearly working to this point. Scoreless and 23-53 and counting left to go in this second half. And again, apologies, I'm not the most educated when it comes to soccer, but just the observations I've made so far as a bit of a casual fan. Again, it seems like KU is sort of just trying to prevent Mazama from getting too close. Meantime, Mazama is more so attacking the ball when it gets into their territory. By the way, great save from Jacob Cook there, able to use his hands and get in front of that one as that goes deep over on the other side off of his big boot. Ball in there with Jacob Cook at the top of your screen. And rolling out of bounds. .22:01, well, 22 flat now, and counting left to go in this second half. Still scoreless. Both teams, again, playing their own brand of defense, and both brands of defense are, in fact, working up to this point. Again, there we go, unable to get quite into that corner there, but it's brought out fairly swiftly. Apologies for that. Again, I'll explain it one more time for you. We're up in the press box at Modoc Field, unable to totally get the deep corners of the field there. Whenever it gets down there, try our best to explain what's going on. Right now, it's at about midfield. That one rolls out of bounds. .20:30 remaining now as that one goes out of bounds. Still in KU territory again, like I said. Klamath Union, they're allowing Mazama to kind of live on this half of the field, and it hasn't hurt them yet. It's almost hurt them a couple times, but it has not actually hurt them yet. And like I said earlier, doesn't really matter who has possession longer. Doesn't really matter which side of the field you spend more time on. What matters, of course, is the score at the end of the game. And so far, KU, they've been able to play this brand of defense, and it hasn't hurt them so far. That ball being taken out of the corner, and kicked around out there. It's not going to hurt KU once again. KU trying to keep it over here. That's what they've got going for them. Trying to spend a little bit more time on this side of the field. That's the way you're going to score. Is MAZAMA, they still attacking the ball, and it's happened again where they're able to grab this one and take it away. That one rolled out of bounds. It's going to be taken out just before the corner. Thrown in. There we go. Back on the screen there for you, and will likely end up rolling out of bounds. No, saved by MAZAMA number 14, and working it back around. It looks like he's scooting up into Jacob Cook. The pass back out, trying to center it up, unable to. And now finally KU trying to swarm the ball a little bit, trying to pressure up MAZAMA. They are able to take it away there. That was a good defensive possession for the Pelicans. Now back at midfield, MAZAMA, they are still trying to make it work. Now a skirmish for it. You see it at about the 40. Rolling back into that corner. Unable to totally see what's going on. It will roll out of bounds. MAZAMA staying with it here. They get the ball back in. Steele dealing in that far corner. Unable to see. KU taking it away as it rolls into the bottom of your screen there. And you're finally able to try to get to the other side of midfield. Still a bit of a play for it by the 10, rolling back into that corner. Tough for us to see. Spending a lot of time back there. MAZAMA now with it. There's 2 Vikings and 2 Pelicans back there. Finally able to kick it out, but the Vikes are going to be able to take it. Still scoreless. 17 minutes flat left to go in the first half. Excuse me, the second half, rather. Still scoreless. Both teams. I can see you folks arguing in the comments on YouTube who's got the better defense. Man, the Vikings defense, definitely, it is rocking right now. Now just got to hope for a score for them. Same for KU, the Pelicans defense. I mean, I'm giving a lot of credit to the MAZAMA defense because I like the way they're playing. They're going after the ball a little bit more. KU's defense is a little bit more conservative, but it is still working, as that ball will end up going out of bounds at about midfield. Both defenses are still working, but the Pelicans, again, they're playing a little bit more conservatively. And if you're gonna score, if you're gonna win this game, they got to pick up the pace just a little bit. We'll see what they decide to do. 16-19 left to go in the second half. Still scoreless. This game on MyBasin.com brought to you in part by Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls. It's tax time. Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls thinks that's a good thing. You can visit the store today to see how to make the most out of your tax refund during double down tax time. If you live here, you get it. Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls. Check them out at lithiaklamathfalls.com. Looks like a couple players banged heads together. It's going to be KU taking this one. 14:44 left remaining in the second half of action, and still scoreless. You can see the ball sitting there right about what would be the 45-yard line. That one rolling out of bounds. KU an opportunity, a beautiful save from MAZAMA. That was the best opportunity either team has had to score all afternoon. That was a shot at it there, unable to make it work out. But KU, they are playing a little bit more aggressive, and again, that's what I thought we needed to see from them if they want to get on the board here. Going to be tough for them as MAZAMA now takes control of it. That was a great opportunity for the Pelicans, unable to make it work. I mean, not just that KU wasn't able to make it work, but that, again, the MAZAMA goalkeeper, along with the rest of the MAZAMA defense, continuing to make it difficult for these Pelicans. And the Pelican defense is doing the same for the Vikes as they move on to the other side of the field. A bit of an opportunity here for MAZAMA. The ball is loose at about the middle of the field. MAZAMA now with it. Leaving a man open, some passing going on for the Vikings. Trying to move around, see what goes on. That one will scoot on past Jacob Cook. .12:38 and counting in the second half. MAZAMA keeping it away from KU. They're playing that aggressive defense. I said they needed to. And a Pelican player is pushed to the ground. That'll be a turnover, or what's close to a turnover at least. And KU is going to be able to take it. And that's exactly what they do. The ball kicked out to about midfield. Stolen away from MAZAMA. KU can't catch a break right here. But MAZAMA is working just as hard to deny said break. The clock is stopped at 11:41. Getting the kick here for the Vikings. Again, you're watching the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install tires and wheels. You can come in for a free pre-trip safety check, and they're going to help make sure everything is in working order. At Les Schwab Tires, they've been doing the right thing since 1952. Here in Klamath Falls, located down on South 6th Street. They've also got a location out in Merrill. The kick, more so on the ground, is going to be fielded by Cook. A bit of a ground ball there. He's a baseball player. He knows how to field that one, does Jacob Cook. Seen him out there for the Pelicans. Unable to see him last year as the season got canceled, but he was out there with the Klamath Falls Falcons. That's why you see him as a goalkeeper. Now, myself as a former baseball player in high school and middle school, definitely when I did play soccer, I was the goalkeeper for just that reason. So can definitely respect the hustle from Jacob Cook there. Respect the big man standing 6'5" in that goalkeeper's box. Playing a bit of basketball is Cookie as well. .56 and counting. We are in the second half of action. Still scoreless. KU has yet to score a goal on the season. Mazama has got 2 goals, both back on Thursday against Henley. Ball goes out of bounds once more. Not quite sure what the stoppage of play is for, but there is one nonetheless. We're going to take a quick 30 seconds and we'll get back to you. You're watching the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week live on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We're back on mybasin.com, back into the action as that ball goes out of bounds. Not quite sure what the stoppage was for. The ball was inbounded and kicked around for a bit before flying out of bounds. He didn't miss much on that message from Les Schwab Tires. Jacob Cook, you can see the ball in front of him there, the man in green, and the kick is out. .852 and counting in the second half. Still a scoreless game. So we'll put the scoreboard back up there for you. Apologies. KU an opportunity. That one gets close. They try to kick it up there. That is ended up no good. We'll go out by the old baseball diamond behind the football field, behind the Modoc Field scoreboard in the Boyd family. Mazama with it now. Opportunity for KU. They've got a 3-on-4, not necessarily in their favor. Giving it up with a, I wouldn't say errant kick. I would say maybe an ill-thought kick towards the goal. That one about 50 feet wide right. Apologies there. We'll get back in the action right on time. That one's kicked to the near corner that we can't quite see. Should come back in a frame there. There you go. As the MAZAMA Vikings are in possession. And KU stealing it away. Oh, man. Lucky break for the Vikings on that one. KU looked like they were going to have a breakaway opportunity, maybe a bit of a mismatch numbers-wise, unable to see that one pan out as the play was stopped. And we're back in it now. Still 6.5 to go as Cookie comes out of the goal there to try and even things up. Bring it back out to midfield. MAZAMA now with it. Five and a half and counting now in the second half, still scoreless. MAZAMA defense still playing stout against KU. Their defense doing just as well. Again, a game like this, we are scoreless through about 75 minutes of play time. Makes you wonder, KU's defense has been playing so well here today, at least from what I can tell, and yet have given up 16 goals through 2 games. And it makes you wonder what exactly is either going extremely right here for KU today or went wrong the past couple of times out for them. Maybe they've improved, and I hope that's what we're seeing is a solid improvement game to game from the Pels. And really, in a season like this, that's what you can hope for, where there's not going to be a state championship. There's going to be a culminating week. Unsure what that's going to look like for soccer. But in a year where there's no state championship, a league championship, yes, will be on the line, but not a solidified postseason. In a season like this, you just want to see steady improvement game to game. And for Klamath Union, again, a team which has given up 16 goals in 2 games, you like to see this steady improvement against MAZAMA, as they have allowed 0 goals through 77 minutes, as we are now 3:20 and counting. So that one whizzes past the goal and will go out of bounds. This game brought to you in part by Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. If you'd like to exercise in a professional, clean, and friendly environment, head on over to Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. They've got state-of-the-art equipment, 4 indoor tennis courts, 3 pickleball courts, certified personal trainers, and tons of group exercise classes. Opportunity for MAZAMA now. You see him kicking it around. A shot on goal and not in the right spot, and will roll. Well, staying in bounds, it looks like, on the far side, in the far corner. KU defense trying to muck things up a bit, and they do. Another shot on goal. That will go into the goal behind the actual one. There's a secondary net back there. I'm sure you can see on your screen. That's where the ball ended up. Cookie taking it out. Minute 6 remaining in the game in the second half. Likely going to see an overtime period in this one. An opportunity now for KU as that one went awry for Mazama. A chance for them, a beautiful save by the goalkeeper for the Vikings. And now with 30 seconds left to go, a frantic scramble. KU now with it. No, it's stolen away from him. Now Mazama has it. Crossing midfield, the Vikings, they're making a push. 24 seconds and counting, now stolen away from the Pelicans, or by the Pelicans rather. On the far sideline, trying to hurry things up and try to desperately get something going in the closing seconds of this game. They've got a beautiful opportunity to do just that right now. A ball is kicked and just misses. With 5 seconds to go remaining, that was likely the last opportunity we were going to see for either team to score. We're going to take a few minutes as this regulation ends in a scoreless tie, as I believe we will likely be heading to an overtime period. We're going to take a few minutes, step aside, and we'll see what's going on next at the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. You've got live HD video. Basin.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. A live HD video for you on mybasin.com. This one, as good as a defensive showdown as you can ask for. The final this afternoon, a scoreless tie. We are not playing overtime. We've got a scoreless tie, 0-0, between the Klamath Union Pelicans and the Mazama Vikings. We'll take a look ahead for both of these teams real quick. Next up for Mazama is a game on Wednesday. They are going to host the Phoenix Pirates. That's happening on the 10th, which is Wednesday. For the Klamath Union Pelicans, they've got a couple days off. Their next game is on Thursday when they travel across town. They're going to be playing the Henley Hornets on Thursday. Our next broadcast here on MyBasin.com is coming up on the 10th. That, I believe, is Wednesday, playing a little bit of volleyball against the Phoenix Pirates. That's our next broadcast on MyBasin.com. We appreciate you having us with us. That about does it this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed this presentation of Klamath Union Boys Soccer, live HD video right here on MyBasin.com. To watch an archived replay of this event, simply log on to MyBasin.com and click on Watch. MyBasin.com is your home for all happenings in the Basin, news, special events, and a whole lot more. Check us out, MyBasin.com. Once again, the final score this afternoon, Klamath Union 0, Mazama 0, ending in a scoreless tie. Special thanks to the Mazama Vikings, wishing them a safe, very short trip back home, and their athletic director, Vic Lees, for allowing us to cover their program. And, of course, Klamath Union and their athletic director, Scott Mason, allowing me to set up here this afternoon. Special thanks one time to my program director, Rob Sims. I am Josh Eldridge. Have a great rest of your weekend, and good afternoon, good night, whatever the case is. I'll see you next time live from Modoc Field. This has been the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week.